What is up, guys? It's Elo. I'm back with another live commentary, and have I got a commentary for y'all. Today I'll be talking about how to challenge gunfights, how to stay alive, how to maintain map control, and different things like that. Playing Hardpoint on Fringe. You'll see the amount of kills that I drop on this gameplay. Went pretty huge for the team, and yeah, let's get into it. Alright, in this gameplay I'll be using the Weevil. The Weevil, you really don't have to manage the recoil or anything like that, because I mean the gun, ever since the patch, like ever since they updated the game and everything, they made it easier to manage the recoil for the Weevil. So like that's one of my strong points too, just managing recoil, and I'll talk about that later also. Pretty much like what I did right here, I flanked the enemy. I flanked all the way around the hardpoint because no one's watching that area. And I mean, I played pretty selfishly this game. I mean, I was just trying to get streaks, just running around like a maniac. But yeah, yeah, and I think I was away from the controller for a while. I don't know what the hell I was doing, but I come back over here. Alright, what you want to do on this map, when it comes to this hard point, you want to pre-aim everything, because you have ARs that are gonna be watching these long hallways. And that's another thing, when it comes to these ARs, if you play sub, you have to hit your shots. I don't care what happens, you have to hit your shots, because these guys, they will tear you down in a second. And yeah, like when you see me challenging right here, how I'm just moving back and forth, just strafing back and forth. I mean, that when they pop up at the end of that hallway, you're gonna have the positioning to be able to win that gunfight if you're like moving back and forth like that, because I mean you're strafing. So if you miss one bullet, you're gonna be able to hit the rest. You're gonna be able to correct yourself when you're strafing. And yeah, moving on. Oh, and this is pretty sick right here. I got a 5-man. Yeah, I think I was close to getting my wraps over here. Yeah, anyway, you want to challenge safely. You want to challenge in a way that will ensure you staying alive, but also will give your team like an advantage for map control. So what I mean by that is, pretty much you want to have good positioning. Like, you don't want to be out in the open. You want to be like hiding behind a box, crouching, something like that, to where your body's like cut off so they don't see like your entire upper body, because you don't want them to have an easy shot on you. So, and right here, yeah, I got my wraps. But yeah, you want to like have the biggest advantage when you get into gunfights. And sometimes you're not going to see it much on this gameplay, but yeah, I'm always ADSing around. Like when I run around, I just don't like run around just freely. Like I start ADSing, like on that guy, I just ran straight up to him because I really didn't even care. But you want to just pre-aim, like I said before, pre-aim everything. I mean, look at that guy. Like, come on now, gotta hit your shots. I was out in the open and everything. But yeah, it's not the smartest idea when your team doesn't have map control to just run out in the open, because in the end you're just costing your team time on the hill. You want to play strategically. You want to work around the hard point and try to give your team the best spot on the map possible. Like if your team doesn't have spawns, you make it your objective to go run. I'm talking about pubs. I'm not talking about competitive. Competitive, that's a whole different story. But on pubs, you want to run and try to get your teammates spawns. Like, I mean, this works for even domination, because domination's it's way easier to to like manipulate spawns on it. Hardpoint, it's pretty difficult to manipulate spawns. And oh man, I messed up that drop shot. But yeah, just like I always say, just play safely. I mean, don't play like too safe, like camping, unless you need to, unless you're like close to streaks and stuff. That's when you want to start like trying to think about like, okay, who should I kill, where should I kill him, and like different things like that. But yeah, like right here you see me pre-aiming that doorway because I'm anticipating where the enemy's gonna be, even when my wraps are taking all the kills. Yeah, the other team on this game, the other team, they I was just running around like a maniac, just tearing them up. But yeah, I mean the other team, they weren't like too good, and that's why I did so well. And yeah, especially with this particular weapon, the Weevil, you can hit some really ridiculous like far shots. But okay, back to the main topic. Winning gunfights, challenging the proper way. You want to be able, and you have to be willing to put your life on the line when you go in to challenge something. You can't just be hesitant to challenge something. You want to play aggressively sometimes. I mean, you can't be just so afraid to challenge a gunfight when your teammates need you. But okay, when it comes to like small hard points like this, there's only if like you have to play. You got to play like, you know. Okay, basically what I'm trying to say is you got to play like you're the enemy. Like where would the enemy go if you're trying to get inside the hard point? There's only a few ways you can go. You can either come from downstairs on this hard point. You can either come from downstairs. You can either come like through the window like I am, or you can come through the back window like most of the enemies are trying to do right now. Like, I mean, look at that enemy. Especially with this hard point, you want to watch that hallway, and you want to watch the front. I mean, not so much the front, because I mean the front, they're out in the open, their body is exposed. But definitely that back window. And then moving on to the next hard point. Oh, and that's nothing. Rotations. Rotation is so crucial. But this hard point, yeah, you want to watch inside there. You want to watch that that little doorway there, that little room. And yeah, I mean this hard point is pretty self-explanatory. You just want to catch them off the long train, like the left and right side of the train. Pretty self-explanatory. But yeah. Oh yeah, please forgive me guys. I'm still trying to get used to this whole commentary thing. Yeah. Hope you guys are enjoying the gameplay though. Oh yeah, on this game I was playing with a coworker. I bet he was pretty surprised that I was doing so well. But yeah. Oh yeah, and in doorways, when you challenge through doorways, you want to sometimes like hip fire, because I mean in doorways everyone's strafing back and forth like really quickly. They're strafing back and forth. So you want to like hip fire, and then once you get them inside the middle of your reticle, once you get in the middle of your screen, you want to ADS them. So it's kind of like you're like closing the reticle on them. If you know what I mean. Yeah, just practically just making sure that you win that gunfight. When you get in, like every time you enter a doorway, just always remember to do that. I mean, this is gonna be so helpful in the end. I mean, that's how I win gunfights sometimes, or sometimes. I mean, it depends on what situation you're in. I mean, I get in so many weird situations in doorways. Sometimes I just start like shooting straight, you start shooting in just one straight line. So every time they strafe through that straight line, they're gonna get hit by a couple bullets and maybe they'll die. Maybe. Sometimes I shoot in a straight line and they just end up strafing to one side, staying on that side, and killing me. But definitely, it's a matter of situation. I mean, this game is very situational. And as for coming through, yeah, coming through here, I mean, you want to check your left, your right, you want to check everywhere. When you enter that particular doorway that I was just at before I died, you want to start, like, before you enter the hard point, you want to check your left, you want to check your right, and you want to check your front. But first, I would start with, like, right when you walk into that doorway, you check your right. They're always going to be at your right, because, I mean, if you don't see anybody in front of you, you check that right, you check that left. Or vice versa. You can just, if you don't see anybody in your front, check your left, then check your right. Like I said, it's all situational. And always watch your radar. You're always gonna see like if an enemy is shooting or what so have you. You want to check your radar. I mean, it's the biggest indicator. But yeah, I went 72-16. I mean, it was all right. It wasn't my best gameplay. It was all right. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay, enjoy the commentary. I'm most likely gonna be posting another video probably tomorrow. Hopefully, if I just gotta stop putting it off. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Feel free to drop a comment below and like this video as well. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Elo out.